Hello guys, welcome to part 4 of my square drop build. It's been a little bit, and as you can see, the square drop looks a lot different than it did before. So let me just take you guys back. I had shot some video prior of me doing all this. I will include clips of those videos, that way you guys can see the progress and how I got to this point. So here it is. What I have been working on so far is getting this front area all boxed in and done. What I have to do is box it in, insulate it, and then put the doors in, and this will be done. And then I am going to work on the kitchen. I didn't show how I made this, but this was basically an old shelf that was inside that camper. I just cut it down, added 2 bars, and then this is where the slide's going to be placed. It's going to come out there, and then this will, the box that'll be in here will have the stove and the sink and maybe a drawer. I don't know, but that's that. What I have to do now is I need to make a divider in here, because this little area is going to be a pantry with 2 doors. The pantry will be as deep as the end of the shelf, and then it'll come this way and go up, and then this will be an access door from inside the cab to the top storage area in here. What I'm using to cover this is, I don't know what this is called, but it's basically aluminum and then some sort of plastic and another sheet of aluminum, and it's already painted or primed in silver or gray. But what I'm gonna do is scuff it up and put primer on it, that way the Raptor liner sticks to it. But yeah, right now these are all just rough cut in right now. And then I added support beams to the bottom. Sorry, for all, whatever we store in here won't be that heavy and won't sink through the floor. But these are just kind of cut in right now. I gotta cut them all down a little bit more. Then I'm gonna screw them up, and then I'm going to seal all the seams up. That way no water or dirt comes up from travel. Then I also have to seal this back here. And then after that's all done, I'm gonna put insulation on top of this, and then I'm gonna add another piece of aluminum, like the one that was inside the cab. Whatever leftover I have, I'm gonna put it in here. So that's it so far. The other door is gonna go here. This will be the top access. It'll have 2 accesses. It'll be one here and one there. And then this will be the bottom compartment, which will be the larger one, where I could access and put bigger things like chairs, etc., etc. Oh, I didn't also show, I made those are bolt holes that will attach and close off this gap from here to the camper. There's 3 of those. I may add more if I need some. But yeah, that's basically it for right now. Okay, so what I'm doing at this moment is, this is gonna be basically the compartment that accesses from inside here. So I have to box this area up. That way all this top area up to about right here will be accessible through here. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'm figuring out the walls. The top floor of the shelf here will sit up here, and it'll come out about to right here. So it'll be from here to here, and then from here down, then it'll come this way and go up. Alrighty, so all the dividers and shelves are done in here. It's kind of hard to tell what's what right now, but basically up here, this one shelf, this will be a wall, and this whole area would be the first top compartment here. Down here, there's another compartment that'll go up to that beam, so this will be like a little box right here. This is where the kitchen will be, and the refrigerator will be up here. And this will be basically the big open area for the refrigerator. Later on, if I choose to do an ARB fridge or a Dometic, I should have enough room right here to put one in. If not, I could always add more room somewhere. But I'll take you guys around. So this is the top compartment here. This is the compartment that will be accessible from inside the cab area, sleeping area. So this will be one big area up to right here, and then that little cutout, and then the door will be right here to get in. And then this is the bottom compartment that will basically be one big square here. From there, there, and there. And then this is where the battery and the charge controller and all the fuses and stuff will live. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this little area. All right, so I finished up all the dividers and stuff. I added more supports right here for the top shelf. What I'm doing right now is, what I need to do first is install the side panels and cut out the door frames, because I need the material that I'm for the cutout to use on the walls and everywhere that I need it in here. What I'm gonna do first is just install this side and that side. That way I have all that material, but I'm gonna leave this side and the roof open. That way I could still work in here without an obstruction all the way in the way. But yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. One more thing is that these sheets are a little short down there because of the way I had to cut them. In order for me to have enough room, a full sheet right here, and up top I had to have a little space right there, but that's not a big deal because I could just put another piece right here. Since most of this is going to be taken up by the door anyways, it's not going to look that bad on both sides. But yeah, just stay tuned. I'm going to update you back when the doors are cut out and installed temporarily. Alrighty, so I finished installing this side of the doors. I haven't installed them both yet. This is one. This is going to be the main door for the kitchen and the refrigerator. This is the one that I had cut down originally because it was a lot longer. I cut it down to a little bit more than half. That way it works in here. What I had to do, because it was pinching down here, I had to cut that off and then move it that way a little bit. That way I got more clearance, and now it closes. It opens and closes perfectly. I just need to get a lock for there. That way I could lock this guy down there. And then down here, I need to put some sort of trim to keep the water out whenever it rains. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And what I'm gonna do next is seal up this door. First, I gotta peel this stuff off. Then I'm gonna finish screwing this door in place, seal it up, and then that will be done. This is a boat deck latch door that I put up here. This is basically in the spot where it's gonna be, and this is gonna access the first compartment here, the first pantry compartment. As you can see, it will go all the way till back there, and there'll be a little area, and then this big area here. What I have to do now is, if I close that, I have to cut out the other second one, which will come, it'll start around right here, and it'll come all the way down to the bottom there. And then I have to add the extra piece and then trim out the bottom. All you're gonna see of the extra piece is this little section here. Well, not even that, just about there, because the rest will be covered by the door and a tiny amount there. And that's all you will see, so I don't think it's even gonna be noticeable. But yeah, this is it so far right now. All right, now that you saw all that, let me walk you guys through where we are at this point with the build. As you can see, I got the spacers in, I mounted the tires, and I got some wheels. This is the setup for right now until I get enough funds to purchase new wheels and tires. But these were my old wheels off the FJ. So now these are still pretty good, so they could last a little bit. The fenders in this area are still the same. The most thing that I've done so far is the front section. As you can see, these are the latch doors like I showed. The first compartment is almost kind of done. This is the top compartment. The bottom here I still have to cut out and put it there. I painted this, it's plastic, and this is aluminum trim. I just kind of painted that right now for rough, like a rough paint, just to see how it looks. The bottom section here, here's the bottom compartment. I have to seal these sides here and add a little wall there. That way it closes this area off. This one right here is where the kitchen is gonna go. The refrigerator is gonna sit up here, so I'm not too worried about the way this looks. There'll be a shelf up here where the refrigerator will sit, and then a cutout somewhere for the power. The other thing I did not show was that I had to add a piece of angle iron here, because this camper sticks out a little bit more past this, and in order for me to keep this line, I had to add this. That way the bar that I welded for the front sits on here and then sits on there. But it's a pretty sturdy system, so it's working out so far. But let me show you here. Here's the angle iron there. I also added these gussets. That's all done. I bought some gussets that I'm gonna install right there, somewhere else, wherever I need them. But here's the front. I still have to install the front cap. That will be last once I'm done sealing all this stuff up. The roof, here it is. I still have to peel all this stuff off of it, but that'll be one of the finishing touches. The other side, it's gusseted. So here, it's messy in here right now, but this is the top compartment. That's the fan that's gonna go inside, and the stove. But anyways, here is a compartment. This will be the one that will be able to be reached from the inside. Here are the bottom here. I had to cut 2 pieces because I'm just working with scraps at this point, and I'm just gonna fill that little gap, and I might put some sort of like carpet in here. That way that hides all that. Let me show you the bottom. This is the other main storage compartment. It's all still messy, like I said. Here's everything I've done. I added some bars up here to support the weight of whatever we carry up here. I'm not sure what size these are. I'm guessing these are like 1 inch by like a 1/4 inch, or I don't know, but they're pretty small pieces of metal. And then at the bottom, which you can't see right now, there is more of this type of material right here. This was an old metal door that I had. What I'm gonna do, I painted it. I'm not sure how it looks right now, but I might carpet this, and then I'm gonna trim this out. That way it looks a little bit better. This, I just decided not to insulate it since it'll be insulated inside. I painted over with some paint that I had just to see if it would stick. But what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna repaint this that color, and maybe even add that carpet. But yeah, as you can see here, these doors open and shut pretty good. They came out really nice. I mean, it's my first go around, but hey, it's looking so far so good. Here is the aluminum trim that hides the gap. I put this Flex Seal RV sealant. I still have to finish this off here. This one, I had to kind of bend it in. I'm gonna put a cap over this. That way it seals this edge, and then seal this side. And once I Raptor line this, Raptor liner should be able to fill in all this and make it even more watertight. But if I have any other issues, I could always use RV silicone or stuff for RVs. But yeah, that's what the front cap looks like so far. Like I said, 1 compartment there, the kitchen and the refrigerator in this big compartment, the top compartment, storage for the inside. And then eventually I'm gonna put a roof rack on it so I could store longer things in there. But that's that. Here's the square drop, the door. It opens. This is a used door that I got off eBay a while back ago. I got a good deal on it, so I've had it ever since. It closes and shuts pretty good. The only issue with this was trying to line it up and cut it out. I kind of cut a little bit too much on that corner, but I should be able to fill that in. And it's not as flush in this corner. I don't know why. I've tried everything to get it flush, but I'm just gonna have to figure that out. It's not even flush on this side either. Maybe that's just the way the door lines up. But anyways, it's a little high, like I said, off the ground. What I'm gonna have to do is just build a little step there and step up. What I've done in here so far is I used this Great Stuff foam, and I put it inside these beams wherever I found a hole. That way it gives it more insulation. That wall still needs to be insulated and redone. This wall needs to be redone. I bolted the front cap in with these 3 bolts in the corners. It brought it closer, so it looks a little bit better. Let me show you around so far. All right, here's the inside. This is the original interior that was inside this camper. I didn't really like it, but I figured it was starting to get a little expensive with all the little things that I was buying, so I'm gonna start reusing a lot of the material that I had. What my plan is to do eventually is either paint this or put some sort of wallpaper over it, and then that would hide all these holes. And I mean, I don't really mind it like this. As long as I paint it, it should look nice. This is the original window shade that it had with the original window. I just had to cut it down because there was another window over there to hide that there. But yeah, that's pretty much it so far. It's come a long way since the last video, and it's slowly getting there. But yeah, guys, keep tuning in. I'm trying to upload as much videos as I can as I go, and if I miss any sort of information you guys are looking for, let me know. Thank you guys. Keep liking and subscribing.